I want you to picture this. You're standing at a gas pump. The nozzle clicks. Thunk. It's done. But you're not satisfied. You squeeze the handle again, just a little more. You watch the numbers climb. A few more cents, maybe even another dollar. You can almost smell the gasoline fumes in the air. You feel smart, efficient, like you just beat the system. After all, more gas means more miles, right? So why does the pump keep shutting off? Why do some cars actually warn you not to top off? It looks like a mistake, like the pump is being overly sensitive. But here's the surprising truth. That little click isn't protecting the gas station. It's protecting your car. Today, we're uncovering why you shouldn't overfill your gas tank, how your car secretly breathes fuel vapor, and why topping off can quietly cost you hundreds of dollars. To understand why you shouldn't overfill your gas tank, we first have to look at the problem gasoline created long before modern cars. And it wasn't mileage, it was fumes. Gasoline doesn't just sit there peacefully. It evaporates constantly, even when your car is parked. Now imagine the dark ages of cars, the 1950s, the 60s. No vapor controls. Fuel tanks vented directly into the air. Gas fumes just escaped into cities, into neighborhoods, into your lungs. Smog in places like Los Angeles got so bad you could barely see the mountains. Gasoline vapor is packed with volatile organic compounds, invisible, toxic, highly flammable. So governments stepped in, new laws, new standards, and car engineers had to solve a new problem. How do you let a gas tank breathe without letting fumes escape? Your gas tank is not just a tank. You think your gas tank is a simple metal container. It's not. It's part of a sealed pressure system. Modern cars use something called an EVAP system, short for Evaporative Emissions Control System. Here's the simple idea. Gasoline expands when it gets warm, and it produces vapor. That vapor has to go somewhere. Think of it like a balloon. If you keep blowing air into a balloon with no release, it pops. So instead of popping, your car redirects those vapors into something called a charcoal canister. Yes, a literal canister filled with activated charcoal. That charcoal absorbs fuel vapor like a sponge. Later, when your engine is running, the system slowly pulls those vapors back into the engine and burns them. Nothing wasted, nothing released into the air. It's clever. It's clean. But here's the catch. The system is designed with one assumption. There will always be empty space in the tank. When the pump clicks, your tank is not 100% liquid full. It's full enough. There's still a little airspace at the top. That space is critical. Now imagine pouring water into a sponge that's already soaked. It overflows. When you top off your tank, liquid gasoline can flood into the vapor lines and charcoal canister. And that charcoal canister, it's not built for liquid fuel, it's built for vapor. Liquid gasoline can saturate it permanently. And once that happens, you're looking at repair bills that can range from $200 to over $1,000, all because you wanted an extra half gallon. So if the pump stops automatically, why does it do that? Inside the nozzle is a tiny sensing tube. When fuel rises high enough to block that tube, it creates suction and triggers the shutoff. It's not random, it's precise. So if the system is so delicate, why don't car companies just design bigger vapor tanks? That brings us to money and law. Emission regulations are strict, very strict. In the United States, the Environmental Protection Agency sets standards for how much vapor a car can emit. Car manufacturers must design systems that pass specific pressure tests. Bigger vapor systems mean more materials. More materials mean more weight. Weight means lower fuel efficiency. Lower fuel efficiency means worse regulatory scores, and worse scores can mean fines. It's a balancing act. Engineers design the tank with just enough expansion space for normal use, not abuse. Think of it like an elevator with a posted weight limit. It works perfectly as long as you don't overload it. Overfilling pushes the system beyond what it was legally and economically designed to handle. And here's the kicker. You're not actually getting meaningful extra range. Most cars click off when the tank is within about 95% of capacity. That extra squeeze, maybe 10 or 20 miles. And in extreme heat, overfilled tanks can actually leak fuel. Liquid expands when warm. Park in the sun after topping off, and the fuel has nowhere to go, except out. That's not just expensive, it's dangerous. Habit. We grew up thinking full is full. We hate round numbers stopping short. $49.63 feels wrong. We want $50. It feels complete. But that feeling is psychological. Your car doesn't care about round numbers. It cares about vapor pressure. Next time you hear that click at the pump, don't see it as the machine cutting you off. Don't see it as wasted space. See it as a tiny environmental safeguard, a system quietly capturing toxic vapor, a charcoal canister protecting your engine, an engineer's careful balance between chemistry, law, physics, and cost. That click is your car saying, "I'm good, stop." And when you ignore it, you're not winning. You're gambling with a sealed system that was never meant to be forced. So next time you're at the pump, let it click. Trust it, because that small decision could save you hundreds of dollars and a surprising amount of pollution. If this surprised you, hit like and subscribe for more hidden stories behind everyday things.